So today we are going to be showing you our eFile method of prep. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sanitize the client's hands on both sides, and we are using our Tropical Juice hand sanitizer. This is a great product. It's got 70% IPA in it, so I don't need to cleanse the client's nails at any other time after this. Okay, so just going to tidy up just a little bit here. Jennifer's just had a removal, so just a couple of loose bits of acetone and lots of fluff somehow. So everybody's different, I guess, when it comes to prep and their preference for doing things and the order in which they do things. But my preference is that I like to go in with my sanding band first. So I'm going to go in with my sanding band at a speed of 5, just to gently etch the surface of the natural nail. Careful, we don't need to go or want to go over each area more than once. The reason I like to start with my sanding band is I like to sort of use it to push back the cuticles and remove any other sort of dead protein near the cuticle from the surface of the nail. I just find that it speeds things up for me. So when I'm at the cuticle area, I'm sort of using just the edge of the sanding band, and I find that that really helps speed things up in terms of cuticle work and means I don't need to push back manually. And you can of course use a hybrid method of prep if that is what you prefer. But if you can see this finger here, you can see the cuticle up onto the nail plate, and I'm just going to use the edge there of the sanding band, and that takes that right away. So it really does save me quite a lot of time when it comes to my prep. Again, all the different bits that you want to use is personal preference. I've got a collection here of, I don't know,
too many.
Yeah, tens, dozens literally of bits, but you'll get into a groove of the ones that you prefer to use. Sometimes I chop and change depending on my mood and what I want to use. So yeah, you just use what you feel comfortable with. So that is my sanding band prep done. And I am now going to go, I'm going to go in with my mini diamond barrel squared. This is a Lucy Pastorelli bit, and we do love hers. They're really good quality, and I'm going to use this at a speed of 11. So I'm going to use this again to sort of push the cuticle even more. You can see that that does remove some of the proteins as well. Chris, could you please stop him from making that sound in the background? The dog.
What is he doing?
He's grooming himself. So I'm just going in the forward direction first. Forward to the left side of the nail. I'm right-handed. And then once I've done all fingers, I'm going to go back and do the other side in the reverse. So you don't necessarily have to put the eFile into reverse, but it is going to give you a more in-depth cleaner finish. What you'll find is if you don't go into reverse, if you are right-handed like me, the right hand side of the nail, particularly down this area here at the cuticle, won't be prepped quite as thoroughly. So I'm just going to give these a little dust off just so I have a clear field of vision. And then I am going to go in with my mini pear, also from Lucy Pastorelli, and again at a speed of 11. So I really like this guy because you can sort of almost very slightly lift the proximal nail fold and get right under there. Again, we're going to go back over the other side in reverse.
Both of those bits, the mini barrel and this one, are great for your sidewalls, which is, if you're doing manual prep, there's nothing wrong with manual prep, but quite a lot of nail techs forget your sidewalls. So they might have a perfectly beautiful cuticle, but then actually have like squiggly sidewalls, which then impacts the quality of their pictures. So it's just to bear that in mind as well.
That's it. I'm just going back into reverse for the right hand side. So the way I like to remember that is you go into reverse, which is an R, for the right hand side. Like Jennifer says, with these ones you can come down the sidewalls. So as you come down the sidewalls, if you slightly flatten the bit rather than using the point, you use the body. That helps you clean up those sidewalls nicely. And again, I'm going to give a little dust just to clean up my field of vision. And now I'm going to go in with one of my favourite bits at the moment, which is the diamond wisp. So I really love this guy. He's really good for pushing cuticles, but also once you've lifted sort of any cuticle area, it's really good for removing it, where you would use nippers usually. I do like to use nippers at the end for any really fine areas. And also you need to bear in mind everybody's skin is different and can tolerate a different amount of work being done. So some people might not be able to tolerate their skin being worked, so you might want to use the nippers rather than a bit like this for removing any of the sort of lifted cuticle area. If you want to go onto the Lucy Pastorelli website and buy anything, we do have a discount code. It is NAILORDER5 and you will get 5% off. We also do have a kit that we sell with Lucy. It is the full cover bit kit, and it has all of our favourite bits and everything that you need to do for cover tips. The only thing it doesn't have is the sanding band, or the mandrel rather. So again, I'm just going to go into reverse just to do the other side. You can see how much dead skin and proteins are coming off.
It's very satisfying.
It is. Look at that. So you don't want to overwork the skin too much, so I'm going to actually nip that in a minute.
I've used my scissors.
And I prefer the nippers. Again, how many bits you use and how in depth you go is completely up to you. Everybody is different and is going to have different personal preferences. These are just a few of mine. So I am going to dust them. I'm going to sort of dust them backwards so that I don't flatten any areas of cuticle or dead skin that I've lifted, so that I still have clear access to it. And I'm going to go with my nippers. So I'm just going to go in and gently nip any little areas that I didn't want to keep working with the eFile.
It's a different level of prep, isn't it?
It is. Also, some people are really nervous of nippers and things like that, so I think the eFile can actually be quite good for people like that.
Again, if you only used the eFile for prep, it would just give you a superior standard.
It would.
Of your work. I mean, why would you not want to use it for everything, but...
Yeah, especially when it comes to removals and things like that. So once you've gone over with the nippers, it's quite nice to go over with something like a big ball, because sometimes when you've nipped, I find it can leave the skin a little raggedy. So if we just go over with something like our big ball here, which is a polishing ball, and it'll just polish the skin around it.
This is also really good to use at the end.
At the end, yep, to work in your cuticle oil. There's another bit there that we can nip off.
bits colour coded.
They are colour coded. So the red band means that it's fine. The blue band means that it's a medium grit. So we've been using a combination of a fine and medium grit today. Which nail was it? There it is. Just when you think you're done, you can always find a little extra bit. So somehow Jennifer's lost the corners of her nails, which is peculiar, but and this one. So we are now all prepped and ready to apply a set of extensions. This is the way that we would do it using the eFile. We will do a video showing our manual method of prep as well. We just prefer the eFile just for a cleaner finish, especially at the cuticle area. And there you go, that is us ready to apply. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see others like it, be sure to subscribe. Thanks guys.